"How's your ankle?" Mim asked Maya. Neither James nor Maya had mentioned her injured ankle, so James figured that his group members had said it. Stamping the ground with her foot that had the injured ankle, Maya demonstrated that it was okay and no longer hurt. "We had enough time for me to be able to run on it. I'm not fully recovered, but I don't think I'll be a burden as we make our way out of this forest," Maya said with a smile. Hearing that Maya was okay, the group smiled and wished her congratulations on being better. "Did you run into any monsters on your way here?" Celine asked the two of them. "We encountered close to a dozen forest cats," James said. "You okay?" Adam asked, his voice low with concern. He moved closer to James and placed a hand on James's shoulder. "It got a little hairy," James chuckled. "I'm surprised that you didn't get injured," Raul said, impressed with their ability to take on so many monsters with just the two of them. Maya turned to James and lightly punched him. This guy nearly got himself killed. "I had to spend a lot of time stitching him up and bandaging him with all the cuts he got from those things." Though he could see that Maya was being lighthearted, James knew that it greatly bothered her that he had put himself in such danger. There was a hint of guilt since she was barely able to move and wasn't able to help much. Kate grimaced. James looked to Kate and said, "It's okay. There's nothing you could do." "It's my job to protect the team and take on the damage directed at any of you," Kate said. "This happens even at high levels. There isn't much you can do to avoid such events," Celine spoke up. It was as though she was trying to cheer up Kate about not fulfilling her role in the group. James looked at the elf, curious about the words and sensing that she had gone through something similar. Clapping his hands together, Mim said, "That's enough. The important part is that the two of you are safe, and we can focus on getting out of this forest." He grinned at James' group. "That's right," James said. Looking back at Kate, he said, "Let's move past what happened. Everything worked out in the end." Kate looked at Peter, who nodded in agreement. Feeling better about the situation, she nodded at them. "Let's head out of this nightmare." "That's a spirit." Sam grinned before lowering his visor. Mim looked at both James and Maya. "We'll be heading out of this place at a fairly fast pace. Will that be something that the two of you can manage?" He looked at Maya. "We can slow down slightly in consideration of your ankle." "Thank you. I'll try not to hold up everyone," Maya said. James pressed his lips together before stating, "It's important that we contact the guild as soon as possible. We need to alert the city that a group of rock bears are in the region." Seeing the determination in James' expression, Mim said, "I'm thinking the same thing." Both groups then made their way in the direction leading out of the forest. They were slightly slanted in their approach in order to reach the game trail to allow them to not have to dodge the trees as they ran. As James was running, he said to Maya, "Make sure to let me know if your body is having issues." Maya grinned. "Same to you. We don't want your wounds opening back up due to you pushing yourself too hard." He ignored the comment from his girlfriend. It didn't take much time before they were back on the trail, which allowed them to pick up speed. Being able to move faster was good for them, since it meant that they would be able to reach the edge of the forest more quickly. As he ran, James noticed that the other group was indeed matching what James and Maya were able to handle, which he greatly appreciated.